The first technique that we will be doing today is called also dynamic meditation. So dynamic, it's active. It's not passive meditation. It has 5 stages, and each stage has a different music. So you will know when to go from first stage to second stage, third, fourth, fifth stage. So, I will not be telling you now go into next stage, because you will know, okay, the music has changed, now I need to go to the second stage, third stage. It is good if you close your eyes or use an eye mask, because all these meditations have nothing to do with what the other person is doing or working, because we all have our own journey. What we have inside is not the same. We are so individual, we're so different. So when we start this process, many things will come up and we will work on those things. And it's not the same. What you've been through this life is not the same as what I have been through in this life. Or if you know that past lives exist, what we've been through in previous lives. So we all have our own work to do, inner work to do. So we are not concerned with what the other person is doing. But also that because we are all doing the same thing, it creates a group energy. It's not the same as when we do at home. Working together in a group creates a group energy that we don't have to be concerned about, because it's working on us in that level. And dress, food is good if you come empty stomach, like if there is maybe a tea in the morning or drink a lot of water, but anything heavy will not allow you to do it fully. So it's good to keep empty stomach in the morning before this meditation, the dynamic meditation. Sleep well. Many people are in the habit of sleeping late in Miami, so it's 12, 1 o'clock and then we're not sleeping. So sleep well. You need good amount of sleep, because this will exhaust you if you do it fully. So if you are already exhausted, you will not be. The idea is to exhaust your physical body so that you go into your second layer of energy. First layer of energy is our physical, that we use in day-to-day life, driving, talking, working. The second layer of energy is what will be useful in this meditation. But the idea is to exhaust your first layer so that you go into second. If you're already very exhausted and sleepy, you will not be using further, you will just be very, very sleepy and not participating totally. So that's the idea. And the dress, this initially when also started dynamic meditation, there was no dress code, like people were just wearing whatever dress they had, but when they were doing it, because it's a meditation that has no boundaries, it's such a boundaryless, and it gives you so much inner freedom. People were undressing during the meditation and it was not comfortable to everyone. So he came up with this idea that the dress should be loose so that it doesn't make you feel like you are too tight inside the body, because you want to feel free. But also it should be covering your body. So he came up with the idea of a long robe-like dress, and the color, it was also experimental, because there are different colors that have been traditionally used in meditation, orange, but different tradition, like Sufis use green, so it doesn't have to be this color. For him, he chose this color because traditionally the sannyas color used to be orange and the Tibetans use the maroon color. So we use this color. It does have significance, and there are lots of things mentioned in his books. I don't tell things that I have not experienced myself. So I could blabber a lot from his books or from his discourses, but I'm not going to talk about that because it's not my experience yet. I do feel that when I wear certain colors like white at night when I sleep, it's a different quality of sleep, but it's still under my suggestion is to experiment everything. Do not believe in anything just because some teacher told you. Take it and experiment with it. Everything, even these techniques, the color of your robe. Some people here are wearing this mala, the locket. Why you are wearing? What happens if you don't wear and meditate? What happens if you wear and meditate? People are just throwing this on people's head. Okay, now you are part of a community. For me, it's not being part of a community. For me, it's a tool in meditation. So how it is helping your meditation, find out if you wear this locket. No, I'm just telling because I'm also wearing one and I experimented with it in the past already, wearing, not wearing for days and meditating and seeing my thoughts, my actions, my life, how it was changing when I was wearing and not. So it came to me through my own experiment. So I would like you to do the same if you want. This is the starting of a journey. You are already here. Not starting, he said, you are here because you already started. You are here in the middle of the journey and somehow you came here. So it all has a significance. So let's start the dynamic meditation technique. So we will all be standing up. The whole meditation, all throughout 1 hour, is actually standing. The last part, you can lie down, sit down, rest after the music is over after 1 hour. But during the whole course of meditation, it's actually standing up, doing it standing. So it's kind of weird, right? We know meditation as sitting down, closed eyes, but this is different. This is active. And two things you'll realize during and after meditation is, it's not just about being silent and peaceful. It's about movement of energy, the life energy that he was talking about. It's about first time feeling in life that I am alive. That's the first feeling that you will get with dynamic. Something is off of me now. I'm lighter, I'm more light, I'm more alive, I'm more, I have more energy now. Something is moving inside me, something is flowing inside me. And that's the feeling that you will get. The silence, the peacefulness, the bliss, that comes as a byproduct. You will not have to practice silence like in other meditations. In this meditation, the silence and the peacefulness, the happiness within, it comes as a byproduct of all these active things that we will do. So, 5 stages, very easy. The first stage, keep your body loose, feet as wide apart as you want them to be. Doesn't have to be fixed like this. And remember I talked about being playful? Yes. It doesn't have to be just because someone else is doing like this, I have to be like, you can do whatever, but don't sit and do, because it has been found out, I experimented with it, that it cannot be done fully when you sit. When your body is loose and unhinged, it can be done fully. So don't need to lock the knees, the arms, everything, your head, be loose and natural. The first stage is about breathing, because our breath has been kind of, we do not breathe, when we do not breathe fully, we kind of have a shallow breathing because we're not really watchful about our breathing. We used to breathe. If you look at a child, a child is breathing through the belly, but we stopped because, we started to breathe shallow. When we are a bit anxious, and we all live in a level of small, mind level of anxiety in this world, because to work, the world is such, it's not peaceful, so we have to be in the same frequency to match with it. So we're not really breathing deep. And in this meditation, the breath, it's a breath work. It has to be deep and it has to be active. If you have done breathing practices before, it is very much in rhythm, but this one is not in rhythm. It has to be chaotic. And there is a reason to it, because breath and our emotions are connected. When we are angry, we're breathing fast. When we are peaceful, when we are relaxed, we are breathing slow and natural. When we are full of passion, full of sex, the breath becomes fast. When we are scared, the breath is different. So breathing and our emotions are connected, and our emotions are what keeping us heavy. Not the emotions that we have now, the emotions of the past. They are all accumulated in the body everywhere. So they are making us heavy. So the first 2 stages, the work is, 1, to make us more alive, to make this energy that also was talking about, the life energy, to make it start flowing, and to trigger these emotions that are deep inside, suppressed, to bring them up so that they can be released out. Because we are used to keeping them because we don't know what to do. We kept them long time ago. They have been putting there like a basement that we never go to clean, because you don't have to go to basement. But now your whole being is in question. You need to clean up everything. So the basement has to be cleaned up. The basement has your basement has all the emotions that you have kept for so long, years and years and years. Everything will start to come up. let them come up. That's why I was telling, it's individual process. What someone is coming up with has nothing to do with you. Maybe someone has a lot of fear coming up. Let them express that fear, and you might have a lot of suppressed laughter coming. So you can laugh. The first stage, body loose and natural. Breathing should be fast, deep, and chaotic, without rhythm. In the beginning, it's very difficult if you are not used to breathing. Last time we had a friend, he looked like he was into physical activity. He looked very nice, but for some reason, and I said, you have a very good body, you like breathe deep and hard. But if we are not to, it has nothing to do with how strong we look from outside. We are scared to breathe hard in a way because it feels like it's going out of our control, the breathing. But that's what it is. We cannot be in control and let all these emotions out. We have to be aside. We have to let the breath do its work. So this is deep and fast. But it has to be chaotic, so don't make it into a same depth. Chaotic, fast, non-rhythmic, deep. Don't focus on inhalation. I see many people are like scared that the breath will not come. No, only focus on exhalation. Only focus on breathing it fast. Inhalation happens by itself. You do not have to put effort in inhaling. It comes because you are exhaling with so much effort. The second stage is like let go of whatever happens. Be like a child. Completely open yourself. Let everything come. Let go of all your emotions. Anything comes. Crying, laughing, screaming.
And there will be music.
Music will be everyone's sound. They will be screaming and laughing.
What if nothing comes up?
Okay, so a little bit of participation is needed in the second stage, you mean?
Yes.
That's why I said it is because of our habit that we want to not want it to come up because we are also scared what is going to come up.
Yes.
Maybe some trauma will come up from long ago. But is it good to keep it there? No, it's like a pus that needs to be cut. It is going to be painful when it comes up, but it's good when it comes up, it goes away. So give yourself a participation. If even a small little bit you feel like I want to scream, but maybe I cannot scream, just scream one time and then it will open up the dam. Because it's all about first opening up the dam, then things will start to happen. But I see some people like they're scared to open it up. Just have a little bit of courage to let go and then it will come up. If it's nothing, after a while, 4 or 5 minutes, again you feel like it feels like now it's closed again. Then do some gibberish or breathe again fast and deep like and then do whatever you want. Be angry, one emotion comes out, it brings all other emotions together with it. Sometimes anger and laughter comes together. Normal life, it's not possible. When you're angry at somebody, you start laughing. It's not possible. But here it's possible because you don't have to be moral. You don't have to be social here because in our subconscious there is no rules and regulations. It's all let it come out. And this life energy that is awakened in the first two stages, we want it to flow up. It's not in the habit of flowing up. So we use a certain mantra, we use a certain sound to hammer this energy so that it starts to come up. This sound is Hu. It's not Om. Om is very common. Everybody heard of Om. It's also a mantra. It's also a sound to awaken certain energy center in the body and the heart center. This one is much below because the energy is supposed to come from there. You cannot expect it to come here bypassing so many centers. We need to work from where we are. When Om was invented, people were more naive, the life was more peaceful, it was working. Also found out that we need a different mantra for this age when we are so much in these lower chakras, lower energy centers. So Hu is not coming from the, people make mistake, they do Hu. coming deep. Have you seen like some those karate, those, they have to come from here. It has to really be. So this is another. You have to bring your inner voice out. Another thing is jumping. When you chant the mantra Hu, exactly at the same time you are also touching the floor with the flat of your foot. So what we do is, and hands will be up. I know you will be thinking, okay, so much difficult. For 10 minutes, these hands are up here. You'll be jumping, and whenever you land on the flat of your foot, that's when the mantra Hu comes out. Exactly same moment, so that the hammering happens like maximum hammering. The speed depends. We are all individual. Some people might be doing it a little faster. Some people might be doing it a little slower. What is important in this stage is the impact. What is the maximum impact for you? What speed you need to do so that it impacts the most without hurting your body? That's very important. But don't do a certain speed because everyone else is doing. It's not a group. Again, it's individual. Somebody else will be doing slow. But don't do. I have seen people doing Hu. No, unless you have problem with knees or hips. If you have, I will give you a different way to do it. But if you don't, and if you have energy, of course you'll be tired. But do it for 3-4 minutes completely, and then rest for a few seconds, and then do it. Rather than just being like this for a whole 10 minutes. No. If you can jump, please jump. Even if a little bit you can leave the floor, please leave. But when you hit the floor with this, not with the front, not like this. I see everywhere in Tapovan people are jumping very nicely, very well. I can jump even this much high, but it doesn't impact when you do. It's like feel like, oh, somebody's so much exhaust. Yes, you will exhaust yourself. That's also good, because this whole meditation is physical exhaustion, so that you completely go into silence and completely go into total relaxation. But that's not what is, the impact is important. So you cannot just jump in the front. You have to land there, because if you land on the back, you will hurt your lower back. So don't land on the heel. Don't do like this. So you'll do like this, but when it hits this one, that's when. So some people, if you are really not able to jump, then this is also good. So you are lifting it up. When it hits, then you bring. If you really have problem with the back and the knees, I think I have never done it, but some pelvic like Hu. But if you have, let me know, because that's the, you can do it like Hu. Also putting your stomach in and saying Hu, that's also possible. But if possible, at least do this much. If you really want to do it fully, then jump a little bit, but make sure that you are not chanting Hu when the front touches, but when the heel hits the ground. So that will be for 10 minutes. After these 10 minutes, suddenly Osho's voice will say stop. So your hands are up, and that's keeping your arms up during Hu is not just symbolic. It's an energy phenomenon. This whole third stage is about flow of energy. So if you do like this, it has a different impact than when you put your arms up, because it is asking your energy to already flow up when your arms are up. So I'm saying, if you cannot do for 10 minutes, that's fine, but my experience is a time will come, and when energy starts to flow, only this area becomes important. You will forget that you are jumping. It happens like it's just happening. Then you will not have to consciously put energy into jumping. You will all be here. This will be your arms here. This will be your energy field. And I'm talking from my experience. It's not written anywhere in the books, because I can only talk from my experience. So when you're doing like this, focus here, arm, and in the beginning you will have to make sure that it's impacting. So don't go into that yet. Once it becomes that your impact and your chanting it starts to happen by itself, that you are not going to needing to put so much effort into making sure that it's, then go here, then put your focus here. Then you will start feeling that whole energy starting to come up, and you don't have to put much energy into below, like where it is hitting, where you are chanting. It becomes spontaneously. So that is the who stays, eyes closed. Suddenly there will be stop. When there is a stop, wherever your arms are, if it is here, here, if it is here, here, do not move, do not sneeze, do not cough, nothing after that. Sneeze might want to come, you might feel like coughing, watch it. Watch it as much as you can watch. At some point, if it is too much, then you will cough, but do not cough out of habit just because you know. And then when one person coughs, you will see another person also wants to, because our mind are kind of connected. So be careful. When your arms are up here, and after a few minutes, you might find that they have come down already. Don't put them back up again. If they are here, that's fine. Normally they start to come down slowly, and you will, if you want to watch them, then they will stay. But if you start watching something else, like listening to the sounds of the outside, or listening your heartbeat, or watching your sweat trickle down, or watching your breath, or watching your emotions or thoughts, then you will realize that you forgot about the arms and they have come down. It's okay. If they have come down, they have come down to here. That's fine. But you consciously will not move them and bring them down or move up. From your side, stop completely. Let everything that's happening, let it happen. You can be watchful, like I said. You can watch your heartbeat, you can watch your breath, you can watch how your body is. If you feel like your energy is moving and you are able to watch it, watch it. If you feel any part of your body has different sensation going on, you can watch that. You can watch the pain in the body. It doesn't always have to be a good thing, because watching is watching. Pain, good sensation in the body. Watch all the sensations equally without any judgment. Just watching is important, not whether it's a good or a bad thing. So this is the 15 minutes of just being frozen there. Also, voice will come, say, do not move, be there be frozen like a dead person, and that's what we will be. After these 15 minutes, the last stage is of celebration. You can keep your eyes closed, or if you want to open your eyes for celebration, you can open, but this is not like we hold hands and celebrate. We will do that in the evening. But right now, it's this inner celebration. You dance the way you want to dance. What you feel inside, the lightness, the feeling of clarity, the feeling of happiness, the lightness of being. If you want to distribute it to the rest of the universe, feel like you are sharing this joy, sharing this peace to the rest of the world, rest of the universe, to all the living beings. For me, it's not just celebration, it's compassion as well. So what you gained, you share to everyone. Your feeling of I'm sharing is enough. You don't have to, or if you feel like, okay, you remember any of your loved ones, or any of your non-loved ones who you have anger or something, and the face comes, share that energy, share that clarity, share that joy. And after this 15 minutes, the meditation is traditionally over. So in Osho's times, there was nothing after that. But we do have time, and we're not rushing you out of the hall. So if you want to sit down, be in silence, or lie down, like completely lie down in on your back, or sit down in silence and watch inside, or be with yourself, you can do that before we start the breakfast. Maybe like 10-15 minutes. And after that, we'll start the breakfast. So I will revise very quickly all the 5 stages. First 5 stages: chaotic, fast, non-rhythmic, deep. Don't focus on inhalation. I see many people are like scared that the breath will not come. No, only focus on exhalation. Only focus on breathing it fast. Inhalation happens by itself. You do not have to put effort in inhaling. It comes because you are exhaling with so much effort. The second stage is like let go of whatever happens, happens. Be like a child, completely open yourself, let everything come. And the third stage is jumping, but be very careful how you jump, where the impact is, and the who as well. It has to come from deep. And the fourth, I will be going around. If I see someone is not doing completely for any reason, don't feel bad. Don't need to open your eyes. I will just come close and say, jump a little bit or breathe a little harder. I will tell that. I will not say now go to next stage, because the music changes and you will. And the fourth stage is the stop, completely stop wherever you are. And the fifth stage is the celebration music. The music will be for dancing, you will dance. And after that you want to lie down or sit down. And the final stage where you lie down, you can let go of completely, as if you are falling asleep. You are not trying to do anything when you fall asleep. I'm not trying to relax. It happens by itself. But in this meditation, in the final stage, hopefully you will not fall asleep. You will be as relaxed as when you are deeply asleep, but you are awake. That's the whole point. That is the meditation. The last stage, when you are as relaxed as when you are deeply asleep, but you are still awake. That is the stage of meditation, and that's the culmination of this meditation, is that stage of meditation. The first five stages were just a pretext, a way to go into that last stage, which is the stage of meditation.